to move my camera. There we go. Hey, Leaf, how you doing today? Alright. That looks good. Looks like we got captions. Alright, everything looks good. I think we're good to go. So let's get started, shall we? Now, we just switched to the other character. So, I think we've got to make our way to D, so that way we can return his hand, his sentient hand, to him, and then go from there. But like I said, I'm hoping we can finish this tonight. Okay. Can we move while... Okay, can't move while aiming. Interesting. So we have to stop, and then we have to... Okay. So probably going to try to avoid combat then. If we can help it. Been watching random YouTube for hours. You're crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Gotta get some sleep, man. Okay. So we're gonna go see if the elevator works for our character here. So these bats are gonna make it a pain in the butt for us. Hello? Hello? Can you go through the door? I can't see, dude. Why can you not go through the door? That was weird hitbox. And also the camera didn't change. Usually it shifts to the end of the hall where you can see the door. There we go. Okay. Is the elevator still here? If not, we'll have to figure out a way to the third floor. Yes, yes it is. Okay. Yes. Alright, so we made it to the third floor. Hey, there's Charlotte. Or an illusion of Charlotte, at the very least.
You must be Charlotte. I'm a hunter, Layla Marcus. I came to rescue you. Please, leave me alone! I don't understand. Charlotte, I can take you home. Oh no! You haven't been taken in by the vampire. Good. You're still human. But why do you refuse my help?
You ever watched the show movie? I did see the 1985 movie. I've not seen the 2000 movie.
I chose to go with him. This was my decision. Don't tell me you're in love with that vampire. A human can fall in love with a vampire, but I guess no one will understand. Of course not. Stop being silly. You have to go home now. I will not go home. Meyer told me we wouldn't need to be fugitives anymore once we got to this castle. What do you mean by that? Oh, well, don't worry about me. You should get away from here quickly. It's not that easy. It's my job to bring you back home. I'll let you go for now, but don't forget, I'm not giving up on you.
That doesn't make any sense. I'll let you go for now? Why? Like, if you're really trying to complete your job, why would you not just like, sorry, knock her unconscious, leave? Like, you have no you have no reason to care about D or his hand. Just throw his hand back on the floor and then leave. You've done your job. Strange, but yeah, no, I've seen the 1985 movie. Which one was it to the Sun Tower? Down the controls here. Let's go ahead and save again. See the 1985 movie. I haven't read any of the books or anything like that. And I haven't watched the series or the Bloodlines movie. You play this? I had no clue about anything. Well, like it was a long time ago that I watched the movie, so like I could not really tell you much about the 1985 movie. Okay, I don't think I need to go this way. Wait, do we need to go up the other elevator? Is that what it was? I don't remember, because we went... No. Did you see Acclaim was back? I did. The weird thing about that is, like, Acclaim was kind of a publisher, so I'm very curious what their intentions are. Because they were talking about... From what I saw, it looks like they were talking about becoming a publisher again, but for, like, independent. I don't sense D at all. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this is where we needed to go. Because now we need to climb the tower. They were talking about helping out independent developers, which I think is great. It's too dangerous to go any further. Let's go back. Why? Yeah, like they're gonna help fund indie devs. Yeah, we'll see, because the problem is every time a big publisher is like, yeah, we're gonna help indie devs. They say that they help publish like maybe 2 games, and then they go like radio silent while just absorbing a bunch of game studios. The morgue is underground and the cemetery is outside. He might have been buried in either place. Okay. Cemetery wasn't it wasn't from one of these areas, I think. Hold on, let's figure this out. Was the cemetery on the first floor? Yes. Okay. Because it's this little L shape above me. This is the cemetery. So I think we just went to the tower. So the next door should be the cemetery door. Maybe. Ugh. But like, if they want to turn into like a Devolver Digital or something like that and just like actually help indie devs, I think that's amazing, because that's what they started out doing anyways. They did some development themselves, released some games, and then eventually just moved into publishing. So I think that'd be great. But again, I don't like it when big companies show up and go, yeah, we're gonna help indie devs, and then they just don't say much more than that, and then start absorbing companies. Because that's what happened with Microsoft. And it's just like, well, are you really helping indie devs, or are you just trying to buy up all the ones you think is going to make you a lot of money and then force them to keep making games, you know? This is not where we need to go. So, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, I'm not trying to have a negative outlook on it. It's just, we've seen this before, and it does not turn out as great as people hope, because corporate greed is corporate greed, right? It's just one of those things that, like, once they get that smell or taste of money, they just go, okay, well, we have to make more of this, obviously, you know. and they start doing, you know, crappy things to people. Okay, so we did do that. So it's, I'm guessing it's the one straight across the way then. So I'm seeing the name again. Yeah, no, like I think it's interesting. And what I hope is maybe with, you know, like if publishers or developers like Acclaim start popping back up, not only do we have more of a chance of seeing like remakes and stuff, maybe we start seeing some like easier connections between something like early Acclaim stuff and like GOG, right? So they start helping them with like the preservation program stuff, so that way people can start, you know, playing old Acclaim games or old games that were published by Acclaim, because those IP rights might just be sitting in a closet somewhere that no one's doing anything with, you know, and pulling them out and going, we could remake this, or oh, we should give this to GOG to be part of their preservation program. I think is just a million times more helpful than just sitting on those IPs that are doing nothing, right? So I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle, right? Like I want to be positive about it. I hope they get to do all the good that they're saying, you know, with helping indie devs and stuff. But I'm also, you know, wary because we've seen this before. So it's kind of bittersweet, I guess, is the best way of putting it. It's like, you know. BMX on GOG, yeah.
Here.
Okay, so D got buried somehow.
I sense D's spirit. He must be buried somewhere in this cemetery.
Where is he?
Right, you're looking at him.
He is here.
We're almost there.
There he is.
Oh no. He has a stake through his chest. Not even a done peel can survive this.
Guess the game's over.
Probably not. If he really was just an ordinary dung peel. I can bring him back to life. Just pull the stake from his chest.
All right.
Maybe it would have been better off for him to stay buried, but I still want to live in him for a while.
Okay. That's not something I wanted to see today.
You saved me.
We're even now.
So if you don't save her at the beginning, does she not come save you? Give the items she collected to D. And gave him his hand back. Most of your favorite Acclaim games were tied to licenses I doubt will ever be allowed. WBF, NBA Jam, NFL Blitz, South Park. You know, like, some of those got picked up by, like, EA and stuff, so yeah, but I don't know, some of the older stuff might actually get, you know.
It's ridiculous.
Like, I could see, like, NBA Jam getting a port. Like, it's, you know, it's an old Genesis game.
It wasn't a kidnap case all along.
But there might be something behind this.
This could be a much bigger job than we expected.
This is too dangerous. You'd better leave the castle.
What? It's my decision to stay here. Don't you dare tell me what to do.
Fine. Do as you wish.
Okay. But, I mean, there's some older, like, licenses. This is the passage where we were ambushed by Benji Benge of Barbaros. Okay. Alright. Give it the hand. There we go. But no, like, the thing is I could see them... if they don't have the rights to the game, maybe contacting, you know, who holds those licenses and being like, hey, you know, we want to do a port of those, you know, is that something you would think you'd be interested in? And kind of talk on, like, GOG's behalf, or, you know... So, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past it, because the thing is, right, is there's a lot of those older games that, like, the companies are not going to remake themselves. But if you have someone like Acclaim, if you have someone like, you know, Bluepoint or whatever, that are... we're gonna go ahead and save again. How are our health stuff going? Got 22 of those, 10 of those, 13 of those. Okay. And 3 of those. You know, if you have these companies like that pop up and go, hey, we'll remake the game for you, you know, you could take a cut of the profits, whatever. Like, I know some companies are just, they're an absolute no to that kind of stuff. But... Which is stupid, but, like, maybe they could shake some of those trees and get those companies to be like, yeah, okay, if you want to remake NBA Jam, or if you have a studio that can remake NBA Jam, then we'll let you do that, you know. Or it's just like, if you want Attitude, PS1 Attitude remade, you could do that. Because, you know, D&D, wow. I don't know why that's on the brain. I guess it's because we're playing Vampire Hunter D. Get off of me, man. I hate these guys. There we go. But like WWE, you think they'd never turn down free money if somebody's like, hey, we want to do a port of these games from the N64, or these games from, you know, the PS1 that, like, they're not making money on or anything, then, like, I think they would be like, yeah, sure, whatever. Plus, they could slap their new WWE brand on top of it and just be like, hey, it's WWE. Because you know they're looking for money literally everywhere. I would not put it past WWE to do that stuff. ECW games, just Attitude reskinned, yeah. Oh, I see. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I want something I wanted to test. Okay, we can't absorb them while they're still being hit by the fireballs. That's kind of cool. That is helpful. Hand grenade. Yeah, there's something right there. Potion. What is this? Card. Okay, put it on that pedestal below. But like, again, it's one of those that, like, big companies don't think about their older games. They, like, big publishers and stuff like that, they don't think about that. They're always thinking about, how do I make money off the newest idea, right? So, it's one of those that's, all they need is somebody to go, hey, we've got some cash sitting on the table right here. Just let us do this thing for you, and we'll give you cash, right? And then they go, huh, yeah, do that, you know? Because that's the thing, right? When bigger publishers focus on making money, they only do what they think will make them money right now. They're very, very short-sighted with how they approach game development, right? They go, oh, what's big right now? Battle Royales? Make us six of those, right? Like, it's just... You know, and that's... And that's all they think about, right? So it's just one of those, like, if someone could prove to them, like, hey, you have money on the table and you don't have to do any work, that's when they go, right.
It can't be. How could you recover from that? I saw your heart pierced with my own eyes. But no matter how many times you resurrect from death, you cannot survive this.
Yeah, but hand can absorb the energy, buddy.
That was delicious, but not enough to fill my belly.
This is a bad dream.
You gonna run away now, or are we fighting? I guess we're fighting. Hey, that's cheating. You can't do that. Come out here, you coward. Okay, it wouldn't let me damage him there. Okay. Okay. Do we interact with him at all, or is he just dead? He just did. Okay. So, Hand ate the sun. Artificial sun is in my stomach now. Don't worry, it won't appear again. Okay, so he's taken care of. So now we have that key that dropped down below. Is there anything out? Jesus Christ. I'm trying to see if there was anything past these guys, but these guys suck. There it is. Getting blood pill. Bye. Try to get down these stairs and then save. Okay. Oh, that guy's gonna fly and say hello to us. Okay. But, things have to be removed or blurred. Like, yeah, but the thing is like, if it's one of those they think they can turn enough profit on it, like, I don't think that'd be an issue. Because remember, they'd have to go into the code anyways. If they're going to do upscaling and all of that stuff, they have to be able to send, like, new types of signal. They have to switch the signal from SD to HD. And, like, in order to get the remakes to work anyways, they'd have to go in and start messing with it. So it's just one of those that, like, I feel like it's just like, while they're doing that, they can go do, you know, all that other stuff that would need to be done. Hello? Oh, this is the bottom floor. Okay, so we need to go... Wait, it can't be the bottom floor. We'll find out when we walk in here and see a glass cube. Okay. Okay, this is the other... Yeah. Key mirror room. Looks more classy than the others. It could go a key for a special guest room. It's probably for the room above the 3rd floor. Yes. Ow. Getting beat up by the planets here. Can't imagine the hoops they'd have to jump through, but yeah. Yeah, it's also one of those that, like, outside of licensed game, you know, there's stuff that those publishers still have the IPs for that they could still do, right? Because Acclaim was around for a very long time. So... Grab you. Grab you. So, I don't know. Like, I'll be interested to see. And the thing is, too, is, like, one thing they could do is not just do, like a port, right? They could do a remake. So, like, instead of getting, you know, WWF Attitude and having to do all that blurring and stuff, they could get you WWE Attitude 2025 or, like, whatever, right? And basically what they would do is they would create a remake in, like, the graphic style, but like the graphics and the way it plays like the N64 game, but it uses like modern wrestlers or something like that, right? So it's like they could take an older idea and bring it forward and not have to worry about that stuff. Don't think the market is big for NBA Jam. You would be surprised, actually. Let me see. What's a complete copy of NBA Jam cost? That's not what I want to do. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. Okay, never mind. I thought it was more expensive than that. It looks like a complete copy of NBA Jam is like $14, but you know, the thing is, right, is that's something that if you let like an independent developer do, that for them is huge, because not only do they get to work on a big IP, you know, or what was once a big IP, they also get that development experience, right? So that's why it's like, you know, there's more to gain than just being like, okay, how many copies does it sell? Now, of course, that's how you want to sell it to the bigger publishers, like, ooh, we can make you lots of money. But like, if you have a bunch of indie devs that haven't made games before, and you're like, hey, we have this game, do you want to create your own, you know, NBA Jam or whatever? You know, you could do that. No, we don't want to go down. We want to go up. And you'd be surprised, dude. Like, gaming has really expanded over the past decade because of YouTube, because of Twitch, because of just social media in general. You know, there's a lot bigger market than for a lot of different things. The big problem is the NBA thing. I mean, yeah, obviously you would have licenses and stuff that you would have to deal with, but like, I don't think, like, if you had an intermediary like GOG, like Microsoft, like Acclaim, right, it wouldn't be as big of an issue, right? Because they'd be like, oh, I know Acclaim. Acclaim's been making games for, you know, 25 years or whatever. So, like, the NBA be more willing to work with, like, Acclaim, and then Acclaim would be like, hey, work on this game, you know? But I don't like these flashing orbs. Try to cut the shining stone. What? Okay. Thanks, hand. That did nothing. And then I fell. This up or down? Yes. It said try cutting, and I tried cutting, nothing happened, and then I fell in a hole. I mean, on the upside, we can farm this guy. He can give us healing power and stuff, but maybe it has to be on a certain color. Okay, looks like yellow for that one. So do I just keep slashing until yellow and green? No. Oh, do they have to match? Oh, they might have to match. I see. Purple. Oh. God, I can't. Hitting this thing is a little wonky. Maybe I need to step back. Ah, almost got it. Okay, red. Oh, come on, man. This is gonna be impossible. Hold on, I'm gonna have to look up how you're supposed to do this. I'm guessing it's just a timing thing, but like, come on. Hey Stray, how you doing today? Here's your hydrate. Hmm. Uh, I'm just looking at this walkthrough to see if they'll tell me what exactly I need to do. Okay. The walkthrough just says get them the same color. Great, that's helpful. No hints or tips on how to do that. Love walkthroughs. Fantastic. There we go. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. We're just trying to, make our way through, Vampire Hunter D. Try to get this finished up today, and then that way we can work on Rule of Rose tomorrow and Friday. And then hopefully we'll have both those done, and we can start a new game next week. Then we'll have a new game, Pokemon, and Clock Tower as our rotating games. And at some point we'll shove Shadowrun in there as well. It's Charlotte.
You must be Charlotte.
Who are you?
My name is Dee. Your father hired me as a vampire hunter to take you back home.
You want to bring me home too? Leave me alone.
Okay, bye.
My mind was already made up when I left home for the journey. Meyer and I will live together, and we will die together. I'd rather have you kill me now than be brought back to my father.
You won't have a home or a future. You know that, don't you?
As long as I am with him, I do not care. And Meyer told me that we wouldn't need to run anymore once we reached this castle.
She's just telling everybody this.
You don't need to run anymore. Is he in that coffin?
Yes.
Dee walks over and just stakes him. Alright, problem solved. Now get in the get in the van. Game is pretty even though it's low res. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of really, really pretty old games, you know. They had to like find ways to make things.
Let me keep her with me.
Hey, it's one of the brothers. Like, they had to find ways of, you know, selling an aesthetic with basically no graphics, right? So, like, what you see in the background and stuff, that's a lot of pre-rendered stuff. So they rendered that ahead of time as images, and then, just slap the characters in the world around it, right? So... okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this. I'm going to use a blood pill. And I'm going to save. But so they had to do some really interesting things in game development. That's why I love retro games, is because you get kind of a peek behind the curtain sometimes on like how gaming has evolved, just because of the limitations that you know people had to deal with when they were developing games. Okay. Why did it tell me to go out here? Man who took Charlotte must have gone and entered from here. We'll go in here as well. Or not evolved? Yeah. Whee! Okay, I guess we'll go this way. You should check this floor thoroughly. Well, okay. You say so, Hand. But yeah, it's always interesting because you got to remember, like, the further back in gaming history you go, the more is this. This is fake Charlotte, right? The further you go back in history, the more you see that like people were really just trying everything.
She's still breathing.
She's unconscious. Be careful, Dee. He is still close by.
But, let's rescue mover while he is around, yeah. But they had to try, like, everything they could. Ooh, map Moon Tower. Nice. Blood pill. Good. Blood pill. More. Good. Okay. To try to get these games, and sometimes it really worked, and sometimes it really didn't, right? And there was a lot of risks being taken. Like, now, some developers just go for the safe bets. They try to recreate an experience they know will sell, or something like that. We'll continue this in just a second.
Haven't you heard of the famous Mashira of Babaroy? Do you think
Babaroy.
your skills can compete with mine? Come on!
You're gonna punch me? Yes, you are. I don't... Okay. Bro, you brought fists to a sword fight. You have like a phase 2? Come here. Stop running around. Dude's got a lightsaber. No, it's just a very long sword.
Vampire Hunter D. You are quite the
There
warrior.
it is.
I guess I need to reveal my true side to you. Follow me.
He's probably a werewolf. We're in the Moon Tower. He's probably a werewolf. You have the card key for the Moon Tower. Be back later. Good luck. Thank you, Stray. Hopefully your day goes well. Okay, that's Charlie again. Well, yeah, like I was saying, is like in older development, you could see where they took those risks because they weren't risk at the time. That was just game development, right? They had to go, well, we don't know what works, so try something. And, you know, there wasn't like a tried and true formula. There were some things that got popular, and some people did try to copy the popular games at the time, but a lot of times it didn't work out for them because they didn't realize what made the game popular. Alright, turn into a werewolf. Ooh, do we get a full cutscene on this? We do. There it is. They kind of gave up the twist there by being the moon tower. Okay, that's a little different. He's a werewolf that's got a wolf head in his stomach. I'll give him that. Wasn't expecting that part. Yeah, that's different. That's different. Werewolf, expecting. Werewolf with werewolf head and stomach? Different.
Surprised? This is my true self. I will not be defeated by you, Dunpeel.
Oh, okay, and he can spit fireballs. Okay, this is not going well. Okay. Okay. He, like every other boss, can just dodge our... Okay. Would you stop? Okay, of course he's got a block. Alright. Blood pill, blood pill. Okay, we can't block his fireballs for some reason. Every other projectile in the game we can block, but... Oh, this is not a fight. This is just him being annoying. I'm gonna give you that Kingsfield Circle Strafe, and you're not gonna like it, buddy. Yeah, you didn't like that circle strafe, huh? I'm using that old school PS1 tricks on you. The old circle strafe. That's what I thought. Get got, fool. Hold on a second. Make sure. Sorry, I was just making sure everything was still working. Alright. So, just so we don't have to do that again. Save. Music coming out of nowhere. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, what? Charlie, let's go.
Where did she go?
Yep. You're forgetting about the lady of the
must
house.
have stolen her away while you were fighting him.
You're forgetting about the lady of the house, D. Yeah, we've already run into Carmilla once. Like, you really don't think we're gonna run into her again? Come on now. We did pick up a key, though, right? Key mirror room, that was where she was at. Sun tower, moon tower. Okay, I guess we just need to leave this area. Barbaros. Check. Check for items. We always want our items full up. Blood pills are helpful, yes. Those are good healing items. Okay. Also, we don't know what's up with Meyer Link. We fought him twice. He's not dead. I wonder if we can go back up there and talk to Meyer Link. Or maybe his casket will be open and... Get out of here, bat. Or maybe this tower will have another key, like, watch your step, it's too dark to see anything. Uh-huh. You are right. Uh-huh. I see. Huge projector for the planetarium. You can see the projector upstairs. Is there a way to turn this thing on? Elemental stone, okay. Oh. An item on that side. Ah, here we go. Planetarium is now turned on. And then it'll leave stars on the floor, which will let us know where we're going. That's kind of cool. I like that. Not a complex puzzle by any stretch, but, like, I like the idea of being, like, you know, it's the moon tower, so they have, like, an astrological way of showing you how to get through an invisible maze. Okay. Well, I'm about to get hit by a bat, but... Okay, so now we should be able to see in this room. Yep, there it is. Just gonna walk. Something tells me if I run, I'm gonna run off this edge multiple times. The walking is not any easier. He has a weird pivot degrees. Okay, I was trying to see if there was like maybe an item or something. Didn't look like it. Okay. Oh, it's funny. I was actually walking this way. If I'd gone a little bit further, I probably would have been able to get to the middle. Oh, never mind. I definitely would have lost it in this corner over here. Okay, what do we got? Ah! We know where that goes. Listen, this is actually just a shortcut down, right? Like, if I just jump down here... I can just go in here. Okay. So now we gotta get back to the security room. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Make sure there's no items over here. There's not. Come on. Count. Slash, go through door. Okay, so we're looking for the red triangle door. We're going to put the gold plate in, and then that will let us explore the rest of the house. I guess we could just use an antidote. We have 13 of them. So yeah, so we'll do that. Explore the rest of the house, and then I guess probably end up finding one last key. Because I don't have much else left to go. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing there's probably maybe one more fight with Meyer Link, maybe. But at least a fight with Carmilla. And then maybe the end of the game, so... I think we're, gonna finish this maybe potentially. Potentially a lot quicker than, I thought. I thought we had, like, you know, like 3 or 4 more hours of it. That's why I got started early, but... Alright, so we gotta find the door that's got the triangle on the top of it. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Should be the next one. Should be this one. There it is, yep. Just the triangle. And then we'll have to go around to the right, go in, stick the plate in, and then it'll unlock all the other doors. Then I'm guessing somewhere on the 2nd floor, is where we'll get either an interaction or a key. So... Straight here. It's asking for a password. Think of a word that fits the blank. Dun Peel is the... Okay, you didn't even let me think, dude. It says vampire blank mankind. However, we could read... Is it vampire reigns over mankind to complete the sentence? Dun Peel. No, it's a trap. Aw, come on, man. That would have been cool. Oh well. Rain's over. Accepted gold key. Monitors activated. SC level under unlocked. More doors have been unlocked. The monitor on the wall is starting to show something. Okay. Yeah, so we'll start with the 1st floor. We'll go to these rooms. And then we'll go to the 2nd floor and go to those rooms. There's still places we can't enter. Found a secret passageway behind Carmilla's portrait, but I have no idea how to enter it. Okay. Are we about to get attacked? Why can I not move? Ah, cutscene. Meyer Link? He's gonna be mad that Charlotte's gone, right? No? Okay. What are we looking at?
Going to rescue her, eh? You continue to amaze me.
Where is she? I don't know what room that is.
Hurry!
Oh, hi, Carmilla. Well, at least a illusion of Carmilla. There's the real Carmilla.
Welcome to my castle. I am Elizabeth Bartley Carmilla.
You can't be. Carmilla was destroyed by the Vampire King thousands of years ago.
Yeah, you thought.
Ah. That is where you are wrong. Many vampires were jealous of my glory, and they had to spread that kind of rumor.
So, what do you want from me?
I invited Meyer Link to lend him a hand. I want you to leave them alone.
I do not understand. What is your motive, Carmilla?
I'll leave that up to your imagination. But if you're going to intervene between those two, you'll need to face me first. Do you really think your pathetic sword can harm me?
Sword can't hurt Carmilla with your sword. You can't hurt Carmilla with a sword since she's only a spirit. You need to repulse her attack. What? Wait, am I supposed to smack it back at her? I'm so confused. Hold on, what does the walkthrough say? Okay. You stop doing that? Okay, so the strategy here apparently is... Okay, she does that. This. When she does this, you're supposed to knock one back at her? Can't... Okay. This is weird. Okay. So the fireballs you have to knock back at her. I'm not sure how you do that. Oh, I see. Now I see. That's awful. Jeez, this is not great. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and we're dead. Well, we should revive because we have that one revive, right? Okay, you can't block that. Good to know. Wow, this is some kind of awful. Yeah, stop throwing those at me, man. See, the problem is I have to get on the right side of these, because otherwise they don't... Okay. Okay, can't block that. Went to tell Kania hi, didn't know. Yeah, that's actually how I met Kania. Was through the crypt community. So, but yeah. She also does a lot of retro stuff. Okay, that low attack sucks. Cool, she teleported away after she threw the fireballs. Alright, I think it's Kania? She told me how to pronounce her name before, and I forgot. Because there's a certain way you say it. Oh, of course. Oh, great. I hit 3 of them at her and all of them missed because they were... Wow, I hate this. This combat was not built for this. Alright, we need one more hit. Okay, stop doing that move, dude. Really? This is awful. This is literally the worst fight I've ever done. The orbs don't go straight back to her. They go in an arc, which means they can just miss. And she can keep hitting you while you're trying to hit those, which knocks you away and puts you in a weird position. God, this is awful.
My daughter was kidnapped by a vampire. Please, help us.
Absolutely awful,
I have
dude.
$500,000 for you now.
Thankfully, we didn't lose too much progress. We just gotta go... Really? We saved after this, I thought. That little side strafe covers about as much ground as if I'm looking at it. Well, like, there's a... Like, we can tap a direction and he jumps. But the problem is we can't lock on to her because, we need to be able to hit the, fire orbs, yeah? So, like... We can't really hit those effectively if we're looking at her, so we have to not lock on, which means that makes dodging a little bit harder, because we're just dodging in a you know, three-dimensional space. And it's PS1 game, and dodging in any PS1 game is not gonna necessarily be the greatest thing. So... And then if you hit the fireballs in the wrong direction, they just miss. Like, they should have had it just track directly to her, right? They shouldn't have had it, like, curve around the room and do all weird stuff. It's like, oh, if you hit it from here, it's gonna, like, hit the wall. No, it should just be like, you hit it and then it goes straight after her, right? Like, that... like, come on. Of course. I don't know who decided that it was... that it should do that weirdness. Because, like, it's obvious that they wanted to make this a little, like, difficult. Since it's our first actual fight with Carmilla, but on the other hand, it's that weird... not difficulty because it's hard, it's difficulty because it's wonky, you know? So... and that kind of difficulty is not fun. Because it's like, you're not fighting the game, you're fighting the control scheme. And I'm sure there's probably people that have played this like a billion times that can do that fight with their eyes closed, but like... the average player, probably not so much. Because mechanically, it's not a difficult fight, right? It's just, hey, you know... stand over here, block the ice shards, dodge the underhand attack, and then smack fireball back at her, right? That's the entire, like, mechanical depth of the fight. It's not mechanically a problem. It's just... the way this game controls does not make it intuitive for that kind of thing. So... but, it's fine. We'll get through it, I'm sure. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Because I thought we saved here, but I guess we didn't. But, and also, now we know what to expect from the fight, so it should go a bit quicker, or at least a bit easier. You know, we know we can only attack a certain thing. We know we have to be in the right position. To do the fireball attack. Like, it'll be fine. We'll do it. It's, again, it's not a mechanically deep fight. It's just... It's just doing it well. Because again, I'm trying to do this with this kind of combat with motion, or not motion controls, but tank controls. Yeah, imagine motion controls. That would be even worse. Can I block that? I can't block that. Okay. It is something I wanted to test. And tank controls does not lend itself well to high octane combat, as you might assume. It's not, again, this is not like super fast paced or anything, but okay. Unfortunately, we know first one's a trap. Got the gold key. So, first floor, yeah. So all the rooms should be open now. So we just gotta get through this Carmilla fight, explore the rest of the house, and then finish it up. Can we skip this? Oh, no, because it's an in-game cutscene. I don't even know how you... Where is Layla?
Going to rescue her, eh? You continue to amaze me. Hurry!
Welcome to my castle. I am Elizabeth Bardley Carmilla.
You can't be. Carmilla was destroyed by the Vampire King thousands of years ago.
Ah. That is where you are wrong. Many vampires were jealous of my glory, and they had to spread that kind of rumor.
Can you skip this? Can you shut up?
So,
No?
what do you
Okay.
want from me?
I invited Meyer Link to lend him a hand. I want you to leave them alone.
I do not understand. What is your motive, Carmilla?
I'll leave that up to your imagination. But if you're going to intervene between those two, you'll need to face me first. Do you really think your pathetic sword can harm me?
Okay. That's the move we want her to use. That's the move we don't want her to use. Okay, we got one hit off. Of course. Yeah, if she uses that move, we're kind of out of luck. Ooh, that was a solid hit. Let's go ahead and use some potions. I think we hit like at least 2 there, so that wasn't too bad. Can I dodge my cape up? No, I can't. That's what I was missing out on. Okay. Oh, it looks like they go where we're looking. Ow. That's different. Okay. Yeah, we're doing much better this time. What's that move? Need to dodge better. There we go. Okay, well, I can't... Can you stop doing that? Yeah, it just comes out too fast, I think. It's just very hard to dodge. Okay. Depending on where she puts these things. Okay, that's not good. Okay, we might be able to kill her here. Nope. Wow, that is cheap, dude. That was cheap. She teleported in to throw some fireballs to immediately make herself invincible. Yeah, if you can't see her, that makes that move impossible to dodge. And because of fixed camera angles... Yeah, this fight's really poorly designed. This room is not designed to fight in. Because you should have a room where you can always see your enemy. And this room is not built for that. There we go.
I admit your skills are powerful enough to beat me. But don't be mistaken. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, we'll be fighting her again. Maybe that time we'll actually be able to just slap her around with a sword.
It's hard to believe Carmilla is still alive. And if she is the real Carmilla,
Yeah.
she won't be that easy to beat.
Like, I love her design. I wish...
Enough about her. Can you find out what part
I
of the
wish there
castle
were more...
was showing?
Like,
Let me see.
feminine antagonist in games? The Hand is Wild? Yeah. Hand is always wild.
That's a huge underground hangar. There are 6 passageways near the elevators. The white one should take us there.
Okay. But, like, I just wish there were more feminine, like, antagonists in gaming. Like, I think there's a certain, like, issue people have if you have, like, a male protagonist and, like, a female antagonist. But, like... Hello. That's literally what this game is doing, you know? I don't know. It's just... like... I can't put the blame sorely at the feet of Nintendo, but man... having to make the decision between gaming being for boys and being for... Why is this guy not dying? It usually takes like 4 hits from these guys. There we go. Apparently they've like super powered the enemies. But what was I saying before? But it's just it's one of those that like oh, the Nintendo. But basically, like, what happened in the 80s, the reason why so much marketing went towards, like, gaming's for boys is because when Nintendo released in the West, we had already split our, our gaming aisle between, or not gaming, but, our toy aisle between boys and girls. So they basically had to choose which one they wanted to, like, promote towards. Wait. Okay. And of course they chose boys. And I think, like, honestly, I think that was such, like, I think that's caused reverberation all the way till today, right? There's still people that believe that, like, gaming is for guys, right? Which is just horribly and moronically just untrue. Wait. Let's search this area. What? I don't see a gun. Oh, maybe in here? But I think that setback is also, hey, look, there it is. Is also what caused not having,
Hurry!
you
Leela is
know,
in danger.
as many like female protagonists in stories early on, as many female antagonists as there could have been. Now again, some of that has been alleviated over time, but you know, we're still in an era where there are people that legitimately believe that, you know, gaming is only for guys, and it's just like, it's 2025, man. Everybody can play video games. And then, you know, people get upset when it's like, you know, it's like, oh, these guys are like, I don't want to play a female character. It's just like, okay, one, why not? You know, everybody else has been playing male characters for the whole time. Why is this a problem for you? I can tell you why it is. Fragile masculinity. But
D!
But it's just the fact that it's like, it's interesting too, because like you had games like Resident Evil where you play as Jill, you play as Claire. Pull out the sword, dude. Okay, what is going on here? I'm getting stun locked in a corner because of the... Okay. Hold on. But, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, fine, I'll just cut these guys up. But it's just one of those that, like, it's so stupid, the mentality that some people have when it comes to gaming. Purple gem, I don't know what that is, so I'll have to look at that in a bit. I have your gun.
Happened?
After you left, I saw Charlotte wandering unconsciously. I was trying to take her away, but a bunch of monsters attacked me.
Where is Charlotte?
I was too preoccupied saving myself. Before I knew it, she was gone.
What is this?
A ship, I would guess, because this is a hangar.
Somebody has been repairing an old shuttle here.
Are you going to the moon?
That's what they meant by a journey. Are you all right?
Dee, I need to rest here for a while. Please find Charlotte.
Okay. Here, take it.
My gun! Thank you.
Okie dokie. Let's save again. But it's just, I don't know. It just really bothers me that, like, people are so stuck in, like, the 1980s way of thinking about games. And it's just like, man, you know, that was, what, 45 years ago at this point? 1980? So, just, let's just move past it, right? Like, that's 45, right? Not 35? Yeah, it'd be 45, yeah. For 1980 specifically, but, Alright, so we'll go to the first floor, we'll explore the first floor, then we'll explore the second floor, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. We also need to figure out what a purple gem does. We'll say 35. Nah, it's 45, unfortunately. Alright, purple gem. Okay, it's in the key section. Designed to be placed somewhere. I know where that goes. Never mind. Remember there's that room that had, or there's that, like, tower that has, like, the 2 spots you can put something in? But I don't know, it's just I've always been a big proponent of, like, games are for everybody, and, like, I've had conversations with people about, like, what is the definition of a gamer, right? And they, of course, you know, people try to claim that it's subjective, and it's like, well, some people say you have to have done this or that, and it's like, okay, well, I think there's an objective, like, truth to what defines, you know, someone as a gamer, and it's very simple. They play games, right? Like, how do you define a tailor? They do tailoring. How do you define a blacksmith? They do blacksmithing, right? So why would it be any different for gamer, right? It doesn't make sense that people all of a sudden put all these caveats to something that's so very simple. No, we don't want to go up. We want to go down. So it's just one of those that's like, it just kills me when it's like, oh, you haven't played, you know, the past 3 years of Call of Duty, you're not a real gamer. It's like, how does that even work? Like, because, like, it's funny too, because they'll make that kind of stipulation, right, where it's like, oh, you haven't played last 3 years. It's like, okay, so if your buddy misses your Call of Duty because his finances are, you know, not the greatest, are you going to tell him he's not a gamer? Because according to that definition, he wouldn't be, right? Okay, so we need to go... Yeah, we need to go here through the hall, right? And they don't like when that, because they don't like they don't like when their caveats don't work to their advantage. They always like, well, that's just an edge case. That's not true. That, you know, it's like, oh no, so you're moving the goalpost now, right? That's why I just go with the simple definition. Do you play games? Do you enjoy games? You're a gamer. That's it. That's all you need to know. Like, it's you used to get that a lot of GameStop. I'd be like, buddy, I played beat more games than you probably see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, and it's weird because people are like, oh, you're just flexing on people because you know, you've played all these games and stuff, and it's like, no, it's not about flexing. It's about keeping, you know, these rude, you know, quote unquote gamers out of the community, because all they're doing is making everyone feel bad, right? Like, who wants to be a part of a community that's got so much gatekeeping that, like, no one can be a part of the community, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Hey, Void, how you doing? Oh, Void, I don't know if you made that emote. One thing I would say, you might want to add a white, I don't know if you did it on purpose. Maybe you did it on purpose, but you might want to add a white outline to that that emote, because when I was in chat last night and you used it, all I could see was the white. I could not see it because in dark mode, you can't see the black. Yeah, it's just black. Yeah, I was like, I wonder if she knows that. Is it the first door? Second door. Second door. But I mean, if that's the intention, that's fine. It's just I saw that last night, and I'm like, man, I sure wish I knew what this was. Of course. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're a 4 swing. Got it. 4. Oh, nope, you're a 3. That's what I thought. It's 1, 2, 3. There we go. But yeah, it's just it's so weird to me. All the gatekeeping that ends up happening, and then it's just like, you know, you could do that for any franchise, right? Like they oh, I don't like this room. Plate of Wind. This may be the key to the last secret passage. We need some more plates like this. Should check Carmilla's portrait in the main hall. Yeah, this is exactly why I didn't like this. I saw those guys up there and I'm like, The funny thing is I don't know if we even have to fight them. Right? Ow. Jesus. Yeah. Oh, the door's locked. Okay. Okay, that guy is too high up. Okay. Yeah, okay. Whew, that was a close one. But it's so funny because like when you try to go, okay, you want to put a stipulation on, you know, like a gatekeeping stipulation on, you know, gaming. It's like, okay, well, let me put a stipulation then. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's like, okay. Then you say, you know, gamers defined by playing last 3 years of Call of Duty. Okay, if you've not played 5 PS1 games, you know, you know, then it's like, well then, you know, I would classify you as not, you know, because that's old school gaming, that's real gaming, right? Like, and they hate that because they're like, well, I didn't even have a PS1. It's like, oh, you didn't have a thing? And you don't like being disqualified for not having a thing? Who would have guessed? You know? It's just like... Most PS1 gamers are dead now. Hey! Hey! Look, we're still alive. For now. Don't put that curse on us. We're trying our best. Okay, so we need to go through and then around. But it just kills me, the gatekeeping that still goes on in communities. Because it's just like, you guys obviously... Like, it's weird too, because for... Man, I feel like it's like a decade at this point. Like, it has to... Actually, it might be longer than a decade at this point. But at least a decade. Like, one of the biggest peeves that I had is people were like, oh, if you play mobile games, you're not a gamer. I'm like, you do know there's games that are full-fledged games that have a PC and mobile release, right? Like, that is a thing that exists. Okay. Yeah, this is the right hallway. You know, and they're like, mobile games aren't real games. It's like, they actually are definitively games. Okay, come on. There we go. And it's just crazy. They're like, well, those aren't real gamers. It's like, why not? They play video games. Probably actually play more video games than anybody else. The alarm system is active. Okay. I guess I get to play keep away from the lights. What in the disco hell is going on right now? Can I jump on this stuff? I can. Okay, so we got a door there. Okay, and there's an item over there. Ha! Nice! Hold on. Let me see if I can actually inspect this. Okay, I was saying I'm gonna get hit by a laser, that's fine. So, if you don't know, this is funny. This painting here, which I can't inspect, but if you can kind of see it, it's very dark. That is a painting rendition of Vlad Tepes, which is Vlad the Impaler, who Dracula is based on. Well, kind of based on. So, that's funny that they put that in there. Okay. We have lights. 4 lights. And I'm guessing we have to turn them off. Okay. Oh, I see. I love timing-based things. Especially with wonky hitboxes. Okay. Thankfully, it gives you a good amount of time, but Jesus. But, yeah. And I know people are going to watch back this YouTube VOD or this Twitch VOD and be like, yeah, you're just wrong, and, you know, I'm one of those people. It's just like, well, sounds like a you problem, friend. Okay. Don't know what I was supposed to do in a pitch-black room. Do the lights go on and off? What is this room? Like, as soon as you fall down the hole, it's like, hey, this is where you need to go. I can't see. If I can't see, I know you guys can't see. See, I thought maybe we could... Oh, okay. I was right, it's just the hitboxes were a little... weird. Strawberry Brother College. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to move forward. We need to jump. Get this. That. Okay, so this room is considerably easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we can't make that jump. Man, I love these hitboxes. Okay, so we need to jump. Okay. Okay, wooden darts. Okay, so we can go this way. Green gem. Nice. Alright. I need to be... I gotta be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Give me just a second. Okay. Her rebuttal to Saturn making fun of the games I play is telling her the only games she actually beats are games packed suitcases and picking flowers. Yeah. Okay. Now if I fall, does it take me back to the beginning? If so, do I still have the green gem? I do. Nice. Bye now. Yeah, it's so interesting too because like I love playing cozy games on stream because people will be like, this person obviously a big horror fan and they're gonna play all the horror games, and then they just see me making like cute characters and like planting flowers for like 80 hours, and then they're like, what? What's going on? Like, one of my favorite games of all time is Animal Crossing, right? Like, I've made no illusion that it's anything but like that. So, okay. So we know where those go. That's not the right button. Oh yeah. No, I know you guys roast each other back and forth. But like, I came from came up in like schools and stuff where that's what friends did. Like the way you showed you were friends is by roasting each other. But it was always one of those like you knew which lines you weren't supposed to cross, right? Okay, so first floor is done. We need to get up to the second floor, and then we need to go... I guess if we go up the stairs and then go left, there's more to clear on the left than there is on the right. So we'll go left, clear those, and then clear that one room on the right there. Right, so and that's just how friends would get along. I mean, even with the group that I'm with, you know, on occasion we'll still make those kind of roasty kind of jokes. But when I was growing up, like that was the shtick, man. That was okay. Apparently, I'm just gonna use the stairs because I picked the wrong door. This still works. This still gets us to the second floor. 1, 2, 3. Are you 3? No, you're 4. Okay. You had friends growing? Okay. Acquaintances. School acquaintances. No, I did not really have that many friends growing up. I mainly had 2 until like high school, where I made 2 other friends. Well, I guess 3 other friends. I guess we're gonna clear the right side first since we popped out over here. And then, okay, so not that one, the one in the hall. But, no, I didn't have a lot of friends. Well, I mean, at the time, I didn't know I was autistic, right? So I was acting how I thought I was supposed to act, because that was how my brain was telling me to act. It turns out that wasn't making people like me very much. So, go figure. And I had, to be honest, I had the 2 friends that I had the longest, I have unfortunately had to part ways with, because of the, I guess the shape of their character is the best way to put it. They showed that they were not good people. Both surprisingly within the last year or 2. So my longest friendships are no longer my friends. Which at first I was like, man, I should be upset about this. But then I was like, I'm not really, because like it's not like we're like separating because of something within my control, right? Like, it's not like I could have been a better friend or anything like that. It's like, no, they're just being garbage human beings, and I refuse to be around that. So, I don't care if I've known you for 2 years or 20 years. If you're gonna be a garbage human being, I'm just not gonna spend time with you. That's just how that works. Like, it's no more complex than that. High school, I made some friends eventually, mostly because of music, but a few of them were super into drugs and kept up an image that I wasn't really into. Don't really talk to any of my friends from except one. All the friends I've made in the last 10 years. Yeah, I made one friend. I basically have one friend from high school that introduced me to the rest of what would be our friend group. Unfortunately, that friend doesn't live around here anymore, so we don't get to interact as much as I would like. But the friends he introduced me to, I'm still friends with, so. Okay. This should be the room, okay. Okay, what is this? Antique music box with a wind-up mechanism. You need a special key to wind it. This is also a security device deactivated with a musical password. Okay. So, guess it's the wrong melody. You don't say. You're telling me I couldn't just guess it on my first try, Hand? What's wrong with you? Don't you believe in me? Okay, so we probably need to go to the other side to get the crank, I would assume. But yeah. One friend I'd made in high school ended up becoming my, my brother-in-law, so that was a interesting turn of events. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so from this room, we need to go through the other door and pop out the other side. But, yeah, the thing is like, there's people that can make friends really easily, but my definition of friend has a lot more weight to it. And it's a thing that I've tried to talk to people about. Because there's people that like, hey, we've hung out once, we should be friends, and it's like, I literally know nothing about you, man. Like, you know, I need to find the shape of your character first before we can even have that discussion. Because, you know, all of us wear masks, right? We all hide parts of ourselves for one reason or another. And although I don't need a full-on, you know, peek behind the curtain, it would be nice to know that the person I'm interacting with, if the skeleton in their closet is not something terrible they did to someone else, you know? So, I would like to hang out with a group of them, just hit record and see if we can write music together. Just an interesting insight kind of thing. Yeah. I was never a part of any sort of group like that. Like, the only group, like I said, that I have friends of right now that we do things together, is, like, we do tabletops together. Tabletops is a great way to find out about people, by the way. People show their true colors very quickly when you give them the ability to play somebody else. I was talking to a friend about it the other day. I was like, if I had the money to do it, okay, so it's the first door. I would have loved to go back to school to get a doctorate in psychology and write a dissertation about the effects on self-identification and, like, mental health through, like, tabletop gaming, because there's so much insight to be had there when you have this, like, separation of player and character. Because... Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, God. Not this room. Okay. Untarget, please. I'm gonna get... Okay. That could have gone a lot worse, in all honesty. Oh yeah, we checked this room before and there was, like, nothing in here. But, there was this thing, which is fine, because we basically used an elemental stone worth. But it's one of those things that's, like, people really kind of explore themselves and their mental health through cooperative storytelling with tabletops. That's why I always recommend it to people. Well, it's one of the reasons I recommend it to people is because you can actually learn a lot about yourself through tabletop gaming, like D&D and stuff like that. D&D, Pathfinder, Shadowrun, whatever you might be interested in. Okay. By the way, I figured out how to deal with those ladies with swords. You circle straight. I just have to use my Kingsfield skills. Okay, what is this? 2 keys. Flash bomb. Kind of funny that I... Okay. So, both of these lead to this middle chamber, it looks like. Okay, so either the crank is there, or it's in that tower that requires the 2 orbs. But yeah, I recommend tabletops to people just because, one, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun, but if you're playing it with people that, like, really care, like, there's a lot of great discussions you can have, like, with yourself, but also with others through the gameplay and stuff. It's just, a lot of people are very intimidated by it, because there's a lot going on, right? There's cooperative storytelling, so there's some role playing. You know, there's a lot going on that people worry about. They're like, oh, will I be good enough to do this? I'm not as into it as this person. Are they not gonna like me? Right? Like, there's a lot of things that hold people back from doing it. But as long as you have, like, an understanding group, especially if you have a good GM, game master, then you can really have some really good times with it. I'm gonna just go in this room. Even if you're a new player, I always try to make my groups, like, new player friendly, both through rule sets, but also through the actual stories and stuff too, so they feel like they don't have that pressure of, you know, oh, I don't know if I'm a good enough role player for this group or whatever. You know, it's like, that's not something you really have to worry about. Okay, so we have to fill this room with water, obviously. Okay, so whatever we need to do, we can't do here yet. Alright, so that means we need to go back up to the 3rd floor. And put those orbs in. But, again, a lot of people get intimidated, and I understand. Because there's a lot of expectations that people have for themselves when it comes to tabletops. And it happens to game masters as well. There's a lot of, especially now that there's things called actual plays, is what they're called, which is like YouTubes that stream, or not YouTubes, but like content creators that stream their basically their sessions, and they show off actually playing the game, which is why it's called actual play instead of like just a podcast or something. And where's this put us? This puts us on the stairs, right? Yeah. And because of those actual plays, a lot of GMs get scared because they're like, oh, what if I'm not as good as so-and-so, you know, game master? And a lot of those game masters have, like, told people, hey, like, that's fine. Like, you know, I've been doing this for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or like whatever it might be. Don't try to hold yourself to an unreasonable expectation, especially if it's your first time. And that also goes for the players. It's like, you can't expect a GM who's doing this for the first time to be as well versed in all of that stuff as someone who's been doing it for 10, 20, 50 years. But okay, this puts us here. So we need to go, okay, if we came from there, we need to go to the door to our left. But it's, like I said, it can be intimidating. Also, certain rule sets, like, I love Shadowrun as a setting. It's my favorite setting in all of gaming. It's also one of the most complicated tabletops to run because it's essentially 3 systems, 3 different games all in one game. So there's a lot of, like... There's just a lot. And if you're like a newer player or a newer GM, it can be exceptionally overwhelming. Now once you get into it and you start playing it and you start figuring things out, you can really get through it a lot easier than you might think. It's just getting over those first few steps and learning, you know, everything that you need to learn to kind of get, like, move forward. That's when it really becomes okay, now I think I kind of understand what this game expects of me. And the thing is, too, that's why I talk to a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but I've talked to, newer GMs or people that haven't GM'd a lot, and I'm like, that's why there's a thing called a Session Zero. Some people do them, some people don't. I prefer to do them. But Session Zero is basically just kind of like a communication between the GM and, Tower. Okay, we need to go to the first floor on the left. So I think that's this way. If not, we'll just turn around and go straight back the other way. Session Zero is basically just kind of a conversation between the players and GM about expectations and all of that stuff. Usually you don't play the game. You might roll characters or something like that in Session Zero if people have never made characters before. It's just a way to kind of get everybody used to each other. Also set any ground rules for subject matter that you don't want to talk about or you don't want to come up and play, because, you know, you are talking about cooperative storytelling, and sometimes you're going to run into those situations where it's like, hey, this is a topic that would happen. Like, for example, something that happens a lot in fantasy is the discussion of, like, slavery and, you know, the essentially the act of, like, owning people. And, you know, that brings up a lot of really complicated discussions, you know, with people about, like, well, you know, it is a fantasy setting, it is a part of history that many cultures have done that. But that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a part of your game, right? So it's just one of those that's like, you know, you have to have those conversations ahead of time, because you can 100% run a game without that ever being a talking point or a point of contention or anything like that. Okay. So let's see what's in here. It's got to be the crank. So what I'm thinking is this will probably get us... Oh, the plate of fire. Oh, interesting. Where's the crank at? I feel like we've explored everywhere. Maybe we missed it somewhere? Yeah, we just did that. We can't go through those doors without the musical crank. That area is clear. That area is clear. That area is clear. So I guess we need to interact with the portrait then? Maybe we just need the 2 tablets for the portrait, and then we get the crank through there, and then we do the 2 doors, and that'll give us something? Either that or we need 4 plates and I missed the crank somewhere. Which is a high possibility, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Sorry, I'm just double checking things are still working properly. Looks like everything's good. But it's it's complicated, right? Like anything that requires a group of people, things can get complicated, and that's why it's important to, you know, talk about that stuff ahead of time, and yeah, of course. Because there's even, like, there's certain rule books that will even talk about, rules for setting up what's called, like, safety, safety instructions, essentially, for play, and that it's just there because, again, sometimes you talk about that subject matter that can be very upsetting for people, and if you, if you don't, you know, have those safety measures prepared, you can really alienate some people and ruin their ability to, Okay, so it is 4. So where is the crank? Okay, so we did apparently miss the crank somewhere. Open the door on the left, run forward and head through a lot of bridges. Collect everything in this room, including the music box key. Huh. It was in that room that was... interesting. So apparently we missed it in that room. That's fine. That's why I wanted to pull up a guide to make sure. Okay, so this game did have a little bit more than I thought. Because I was hoping we wouldn't beat it in like an hour and be like, oh, okay, well, I guess we just gotta move on to the next thing. But I don't know. I like talking about tabletops and stuff because there's a lot of great stories that people have. Oh, this is probably what I messed up. Yeah, okay, I see. So we need to go here. Okay, so we can go here. I don't know why this jump needed a bridge. We can go here. There's this jump. Now this is where we need to be careful. There we go. Okay. That's what we were missing before. This should be the key. Yep. That's the key. But, I love talking about tabletops because a lot of people have really cool stories. We jokingly call them, like, war stories in our group, because that's what it feels like sometimes. It's like the, you know, like, you should have been there for the great war of, you know, D&D 5e. Because it's just, you just do some crazy stuff in those games, in tabletop games, and it's always fun to share those experiences, because it's like recently we actually had a new player join our group, and we're constantly asking, it's like, oh, have we told you the story about this thing? What about this thing? Because we're not sure what stories we told them. So we're constantly asking them, like, oh, do you know about this? It's like, and then if not, we're like, oh, we gotta tell you all about this thing. It's just so fun. It's very much like that, and gaming have that thing in common, where it's like when you do something cool in a game, and you get to talk to like a friend about the cool thing you got to do, and they're like, oh, I didn't even try that. you know, and you're like, yeah, it was really cool, and they're like, oh, I did it this way, and you're like, oh, I didn't think of that. Like, you know, it's very much that same kind of feel you get for talking about games in that way. Oh god, not these guys. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Trying to. It's not what I wanted to do. Yes, I know it's a simple melody. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of Combat Hand, and I don't need to know about the music box. Okay, he's dead. So let's try our circle strafe method. Well, it'd help if we... Okay. Okay, it's not working as intended. So maybe I just had a fluke there. Yeah, okay. Okay, can you do what I'm telling you to do? Are we really getting punked out by this one sword lady? Jesus Christ. Okay. What was the melody? Do 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 do. So it's either... Okay. This one might be the tricky one. So do 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 do. Oh, that's not the... Okay, so it's lower. What? Okay, let's listen to this again. Maybe it's like higher, lower, higher, lower. Maybe I'm... Do 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 do. Okay. So let's try this. No. I don't... Like, I feel like it has to be... Unless it's like this? Okay. What does the walkthrough say? The walkthrough doesn't say that the puzzles is that separated into a second separate category. Enemies, items, pause menu. How do you make a walkthrough that doesn't tell you the solution? It says, play the music box and repeat the thing. Tell everyone we got it first try. Now, I mean, I don't mind struggling on a puzzle. It's just, I'm not sure what I'm missing. Do. Like, it is simple. It's 5 notes, but, like... Like, we tried this. That's too high. Do. This? No. Like, it's obviously that cadence, right? Like, it's obviously this. I can try that. Then that. Oh, we can... We can play the notes if I tap the X button. I can play the notes. That's helpful, but the problem is this has an echo to it. And it's faster. So this doesn't match up 1-to-1, right? Do. I feel like it's just that stair step. Hey Toads, how you doing today? No, it's definitely this. No. I don't... What am I messing up here? I'm half deaf and it's an audio puzzle, so this is already... Okay. The only thing I can think of is it's do, right? Welcome back, Dad. Also don't know if I said it. Hey, Totes. How you doing today? What am I missing here? I guess I'm hearing the beginning wrong. I tried turning it up. Like, I don't know what I'm missing here. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's doom, doom, dee, doom, doom, right? Right? Like, that sounds like it. But we've tried this. I have no idea. You're hyped for Radon night? Yeah, another 8 hours of Radon? Yeah, enjoy that. Okay. I'm gonna have to look up another guide. Let's see. Okay. See, this 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. So 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. Unless you mean from the top. 2, 3, 5, 4, 1. No. But this is why people that this is what kills me about people that make walkthroughs is they don't understand that a lot of people use walkthroughs as a way to get through a game. I'll read you what this says. You'll find a stun grenade and a music box. Use the key on the music box and listen to the music it plays. Go over to the spider door and set the buttons on the control panel so that they play the same song. It is really, really easy. Is it? Is it really, really easy? Like, if you don't think so, then check out the map section I have as a solution. Like, it's so stupid that there's absolutely no reason why you should write something like that. You should be like, hey, here's the solution to puzzle 1 or puzzle 2. Not, it's super easy, because it's not going to be super easy for everybody. Okay. So, according to this, it is here, 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 here. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Like, the box itself does not match. Oh crap! Does not match the sound because there's an echo, and also the box plays faster. Jesus Christ! Why are there enemies in here? Blood pill, elemental stone, antidote. Am I seriously not... Did I do all this work to come into a room that I don't need to go into? I freaking hate these guys. I think I just came in a room that I didn't need to go into. So I did all that work for nothing. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, don't... If you're making a walkthrough, just because something's easy for you does not mean it's easy for everyone. Just do the walkthrough. Hey, this is the solution for this puzzle. Or spoiler it out, it's like, hey, if you want to try to figure it out yourself, here you just click here and it'll show you the solution, you know, something like that, right? Because that way you can put the choice into the player's hand, right? But saying stuff like it's super easy is not helpful. Because I could say that about Kingsfield, right? Like, for me, Kingsfield could be super easy. Obviously, just circle strafe and kill stuff with your sword. What are you doing wrong? Why aren't you beating the game? It's just like, because it's hard for some people to circle strafe and slash the sword, right? And if you're gonna put the solution in the thing anyways, just put the solution there. Like, I don't know. The problem is some of this stuff might have been generated by kids, essentially. Hi. Really back? Okay. Well, welcome really back. You're gonna listen to me vent about stupid people making walkthroughs and then talking about how it's super easy, you know, after you know the solution. Also, like, again, I'm hard of hearing, so any audio-based puzzle is going to be 10 times harder for me than the average player. And that's not even that has zero to do with my competency as a player of video games. So, I will hydrate in just a second. I gotta make sure I devour these guys first. Alright, let me go grab my water. There you go. All right. You know, it was funny. There was actually a time when I thought about making walkthroughs, like playing games and making walkthroughs for people. But I realized it's like it's just one of those. It's like when I was first looking at walkthroughs, like the really should sleep. Yeah, you should have slept like 6 hours ago. But anyways, get some rest. Let's save again. But the way walkthroughs kind of work now, it's like we've kind of evolved. With like the text-based walkthroughs, I still think are really helpful. But like visible walkthroughs, like using like video walkthroughs and stuff, I think can also be helpful. I think written walkthroughs really can help like streamers and content creators, because then they don't have to like pull up a video. And then have to try to like watch that while also streaming. And then like video walkthroughs are great for like, you know, everyone else that doesn't have to worry about that issue, you know. But I think you'd like in this day and age you kind of have to do a combo. Okay, we're not going to look at the walkthrough. We're going to try to solve this one ourselves. D. Right? That like turn this up. Okay, so if I had to guess, listening to that, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. I need to listen to this again. Do. See, but this is what kills me too, right? When it plays this speed is faster. And there's this weird echo, and that's what keeps throwing me off, is there's like a reverb on every sound. So if you listen, you see how like there's that like reverb at the end, that there's like that holding the note? It's very hard for me to parse the separate notes when they all blend in together. I mean, yeah, if you guys want to try to solve this, that's fine. I'd much rather you guys try to solve it than to use a walkthrough. So if you guys want me to listen to it again, I can listen to it. Yeah, there's 2 repeat notes, yeah. Yeah, it's like D, 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 D. Like, there's 2 notes that repeat. Right? And I could play the notes over here, too. I can't, like I can play... So I think that's note 1, and that's that, right? So... Right, like, it could be something like that. Okay, that's not it. It's not that either. It might just be this. Is that it? The middle is off. Okay. Something is too low. Maybe this one? Okay. So the beginning is right. So you think it's this, and then maybe this. So where does this go, right? Where's it go? Right, we can listen to the box again. See, that middle note, it seems like that middle note is down 2, right? So it's like, instead of it being here, it sounds like it's supposed to be here. The 4th note is the problem. Okay. Well, let's listen to this. Okay. So you're saying this, this, this. Like maybe that? No. Not same note. Okay. Lower. So the lowest it can go. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, let's go back to the music box. That's as low it can go. There's only 5 spots it can go. So. Hey Shiny, how you doing here? How you doing today? We're playing some Vampire Hunter D. There's your hunky vampire. Our titular character D. Right now we're trying to solve doing 2 things at once while doing this. Also in ads. Oh, sorry about ads, yeah. Nice shiny. It just sounds like this. But there's some, like, note between these two that's making it sound weird because of the reverb. I'm just going for ads to stop. We got about 30 seconds on ads. Oh. But yeah, feel free to try to figure this out with me. Like I have a guide on my phone if we were just fed up with it, but because see they don't match up exactly, and there's this like weird blending between notes. That weird blending between notes is what keeps throwing me off. Because if it was just like ding 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 instead of ding 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 ding, like there's that weird like pass through, right? You can hear it, and especially on that last note, there's like a hold, right? It like holds the note, and because it's holding after every note, it's hard to see where the transition spot is. And like in theory, if we know that these are the first three, then we could in theory brute force this. So we know it's not this, we know it's not this, we know it's not this. Probably know it's not that. It's not that. Right. The middle one sounds so weird to you. This one? Well, it's not lower, right? It's not higher. It's not the same, so it has to be here, right? Because it has that stair step, right? But again, it's because of this blending here, it's like... Oh, wait, it's deeper. Maybe it's deeper? I don't want the door, give me the panel. Okay. Welcome back, Totes. Still here. It sounds like the middle one is deeper. Wonder. It's definitely not that. Maybe that? God, I hate music puzzles. Alright, we did it without a guide at least. Like, at a certain point, you could just brute force it, right? You have 5 things. What the hell am I looking at? Is that Irish flag? Yes. I mean, it's green screened out because, you know, green screen. But yes, that's Irish. It says Dublin on it. Nope, hold on. I gotta get out of this room before I get clobbered. Actually, these guys aren't bad. Yeah, my older sister she went abroad. I guess it wasn't really studying abroad. It was more like a trip for her college, and they went to the UK. And she brought me back this, so it's actually from Ireland, so. Welcome in. Thanks everybody for trying to help me with that puzzle again. I'm hard of hearing, so audio puzzles are usually very hard for me. I don't like using walkthroughs if I can help it. I like trying to do it the best I can, but sometimes you just don't have a choice. So, okay. So from this room, we're going this way. We need to go right and then left. And again, I think that one, like, if they didn't have the reverb or the hold on the notes, it wouldn't have been as bad. But it was just very hard to distinguish where the notes ended. So I was just like, I don't... I can't tell when it's actually transitioning from note to note. Alright, we better save here. Because we have 3 of the plates, and we've explored everywhere, so... I'm guessing we're probably going to get some sort of cutscene. And we'll have to deal with Carmilla. Okay. We still need one more plate, though. We checked everywhere, so we might have missed it somewhere. Hello? Oh, the elevator. Like, what is that noise? She charging a laser behind the thing? She's like, go ahead, open the door. Open the door, I dare you.
D.
Shoot the laser out of there?
Are you okay now?
This wound is nothing. I must finish the job. I wonder where Charlotte is.
Behind the hidden door.
D, are you gonna continue in this risky business after this job is finished?
I am a done Peel. I don't get to have a life as a human. What?
Help!
Borgoff?
Borgoff, you're alive!
Yeah, the owner of this castle is a hideous monster. How about working together?
No.
She took you in, didn't she?
Borgoff, what are you doing?
Don't come any closer!
Have you lost your mind? You're taking your own sister as a hostage.
No, stop!
My sister, eh? Family means nothing to me anymore. I'm not a human now.
Bang, bang! Are we gonna have to fight this guy again?
You are a servant of the vampires after all. Come, challenge me.
Alright, time to beat the crap out of this guy again. Oh, where'd he go? Where are you going? Okay, well that's not fair. Thankfully we have a life. If you fill up your bar all the way, you get an extra life. Gotta love this camera angle. This is exactly how I want to fight a boss. Being 5 pixels on the side of the screen. While he runs circles around me. Literal circles. He just, like, runs up and, like, kicks me, and every time he touches me, I take damage. This is so stupid, dude. I'm not gonna walk into that. It's like watching security footage. Exactly, yeah. Plate of Earth off of Borgoff. It's so stupid. See? What? Oh yeah, he's a vampire. Don't we have to stake him?
Go to hell!
You first.
This must be the door to the secret passage.
The door should open once the last plate is inserted, but this is too easy.
You don't say.
What? You're not gonna take her all by yourself.
It is too dangerous for you.
It's too dangerous for
I
us.
dare to take the risk.
What are you talking about?
The Marcus brothers never give up on their prey. Even if I'm the only one left, I won't give up.
Just want a vampire that other vampires had to lie about
You should
killing.
not underestimate Carmilla. Wait here.
Like, what are you talking about? We're not ready
No
for
way.
this.
This is for you.
She'll be pretty mad when she wakes up.
Okay. Memory card. Alright, I'm guessing we're heading to the final battle. I hope they give us some, like, resources ahead of time. Alright, Carmilla. Shotgun blast. Glenn.
Something smells fishy. I wonder what Carmilla is up to.
What in the... What are we walking through right now? Okie dokie. Specify which floor you wish to go to. First floor? How am I supposed to know? You know what? Just for safety's sake, I'm gonna check the walkthrough. So this room doesn't have anything in it. Because this is where the shuttle's at. So we want to go to the 3rd floor. Why even let us go to the 1st floor? I don't understand. Like, you could just do a cutscene at the end where it just shows us get back on the elevator, go down to the 1st floor, meet everybody at the shuttle, right? Like, obviously that's where we're headed. Alright. Time to potentially fight Carmilla again. This should be a physical form, so maybe that'll be... Maybe we could actually, like, fight this time. Firelink.
Dee, it's still not too late. Please save Charlotte.
This is a vibe, isn't it? Oh, no. That's not a... Like, it's just a weird design choice to, like, give a decision that doesn't matter.
I was manipulated by Carmilla. She promised our safety once we got to the City of the Night.
That was more a good game design,
City of the
like,
Night.
discussion than anything
I
else.
thought that place was nothing more than ruins, that no one lived there.
That may be. The City of the Night is our last hope for our peaceful home at last. Charlotte and I were tired of running away from hunters such as you. Tired of all the senseless killing.
Also, I love how, like, it's like, oh, you're supposed to use a wooden stake. She stuck a whole
But
pole
we
in
didn't
this
have a
man.
ship to get there.
That ship.
That's right. There are no other ships left. They've all been destroyed by the humans.
At that point, it's not a
I
stake.
was blinded to Carmilla's real motive and was lured to her temptation, which offered us a ship to get to the City of the Night.
What is her real motive?
She needs the blood of a young virgin to allow her body to rejuvenate.
Of course, of
Her
course.
spirit escaped the deteriorated corpse, and it has been wandering in this castle, waiting for this opportunity to rise from the darkness once again.
So she was dead?
That's why she wants Charlotte.
I beg you,
So she lied.
please.
She said she wasn't dead.
Charlotte.
She was definitely dead, but her spirit still
I'm
existed.
just doing my job.
You must go to Carmilla's room. Her body is sealed in the coffin. There is still a chance to save Charlotte. Please,
Charlotte.
go.
Why did they say it like that? Charlotte. Charlotte. Wait. Where's the room at? Is it that room that was on the 3rd floor where we saw Charlotte? Or 4th floor, I guess? Room further back than we should be in the room further back than we were. You need to go back there. That is terrible instructions. Further back than where we just were. What kind of instructions are that? Back where, dude? This is a giant castle. That's like how I explain things. Yeah, you just go that way. Thanks, I think. Like, I think what it is we just need to go up the elevator, go up the other elevator, and go back to Charlotte's room. I'm guessing. Carmella's body is behind the secret door. You need to get there to rescue Charlotte. Can I talk to Layla? Or is she just, like, out? Sleeping soundly. Okay. Also, like, we're supposed to know where the secret door was. And Hand went from telling us exactly where to go, like, hey, we should go check back on the 3rd floor where I was attacked, to, like, yeah, it's somewhere in the castle, bro, just figure it out. Wait, go down? I was just at the down elevator. Did I do a circle and not know it? Apparently. Just gonna ride this elevator up and down. In the secret room. So secret, I don't even know where it's at. I'm guessing it's Charlotte's room. That just makes the most sense. That's where we saw Charlotte. That's where we saw the coffin. I'm gonna save here just in case I'm right. If I'm wrong, we'll just keep looking, but... It says secret passage. Get out of here. Okay. Either here or... Oh, just like, do I have to solve this again? Because if I have to do, I'm just gonna shut the game off. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. The game's not bad, honestly. Like, the combat's a little wonky given the controls, but, like... Like, overall, it's been a pretty solid game. Potion. Okay, this was not... Doesn't seem like this was the room. I thought it was behind a mirror. Oh, wait! There was that room that was behind one of the mirrors. There's a letter. There's a port to the stars in my land. I hope you can get there safely. Okay, so that's how we were supposed to figure out about that. It's locked from the outside. Okay. Where was that? There was a room where we first ran into Carmella, and she showed us like this weird spider web room. That's probably where it is. I think it was somewhere on the 2nd floor. Okay, so... So the room that guy was in, there's a door in that room, apparently. That's where we were supposed to go. So we get to run on back down there. Thankfully, it's not too far. We just take this elevator, take the other elevator, and we're back there, but... I looked around the room. Nothing looked like a door. I'll be honest. Says it's on the right side of the room. So. Over here? You've got to be kidding me. This is a door? Looky, looky.
You should be proud of yourself. No one has ever gotten this far. I praise you.
You need to release Charlotte.
Why are you so eager to help the humans? Don't you realize that you're just a vampire to them? Once you bring back what they want, they will soon treat you with hatred and disgust. Aren't you tired of it? You poor Dunpeel hunter. Humans are nothing more than livestock. We prey on them as they prey on beasts. This is the rule of nature. Why do you fight it?
Dee, don't listen to her.
Where is Charlotte?
You fool! How dare you sell your soul to the humans? I will awaken your true self.
You vampires are destined to perish. Accept your own fate and return to the darkness.
Darkness.
Carmilla's real body should be in the next room. She will become far more powerful than you once her spirit returns to her body.
Okay. Thanks for the pep talk, Hand. Jesus. Sorry to tell you this, D. You walk into the next room, you're gonna get your face knocked in. Have a good fight. What kind of pep talk is that? There should have been a prompt. Are you sure you want to go in here? Just leave. Just not my problem anymore.
Charlotte.
Charlotte. That's a big sword.
This is the sword which sealed me into 5,000 years of long sleep. The sword of that cursed king of the vampires.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what a wonderful feeling.
Oh, are we getting a... Ooh, we're getting a full cutscene for this one. Oh. She's not so cute anymore. She's got little thing on her face. Not my vibe. Not my vibe at all. Okay, we got laser beams. Out of curiosity, do wooden darts help here? They're just like... Ah, I see. She slams her hand on the ground. Maybe I can attack that? Ah, that's it. Okay. Okay, stop target. Break the target. Stop targeting her, dude. Okay, we chopped one arm off. Pretty sure she's not happy about that now. Of course. Okay, darts were nothing. Let's get a pill going. Get a couple pills going, I guess. And you just slam your hand down. Thank you. I did not mean to hit that button. That was on me. Okay, both our hands are off. Now what? Can I knock this ball back at her? No. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, dude. How am I supposed to do this? Do I just get up and slap her? Like, what do I... Oh, I just... Okay. I just smack her around. Yeah, and then when she does that... Is there a way to actually dodge this bubble? Or is that bubble just... Okay. Yes, there is. Okay. So the bubble just keeps you in place. Okay, and this we can block. Oh, I think okay. I think we can slash the bubble while we're in it to break it. Nope. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, it looks like with 3 slashes we can take out the bubble. Or get hit, whichever one happens first. I wanna test something. Does that do anything? Okay, does not look like it. Okay, so it doesn't look like, I wonder if it would do something if we had more vampire power. Okay, button. Come on, just die already. Oh, it's got the last one. There we go. Carmilla defeated. That was not a great boss fight, I'll be honest. That was not very well designed. It was just kind of tedious.
Power. This strong? Who in the world are you?
Yep.
My, the sword is supposed to. Are you the son of the Vampire King and a human?
You needed a little bit of lore on why Vampire Hunter D is called D. According to this game, he's the son of Dracula and a human. I don't remember the actual lore. I've not kept up with it. Like I said, I saw the 1985 movie and that was basically it. We're not gonna... Charlotte? You're not gonna... pick up Charlotte? Oh, there's Marlink. Hey, Marlink.
Sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen to you.
Don't worry about me. I have no regrets. I am happy. Even if it was for just a short while, dreaming of the trip to the farthest stars with you.
It's not a dream. I will get you there.
Meyer.
Okay. Okay. So, I think we just need to get to the ship. I want to check on Layla first. Oh, never mind. There's Layla.
Don't you regret leaving me behind?
No.
Where are you going?
haven't finished my job yet.
Wait!
So we need to go to the shuttle then, probably. Oh, it's already
Your
taking.
journey ends here.
It's already taking just the shuttle.
Leave her here.
Is this our destiny? But don't forget, one day you won't be able to suppress your urge anymore and will take a human being with your fangs. No one can overcome his nature.
Then I will be the one who is hunted down.
There's this like Rocky
That's all.
Balboa music in the background. What is going on right now? Oh, is Mario Link the final boss fight? I guess that makes some sense. Hey. That's rude. Wow, he's kind of a colossal pain in the butt now. Oh god, not the grenade spam. That. Can you target him, please? Okay. Oh, that's cheap. Wow, and then he runs away. Coward! Yeah, I know you're gonna use those. Okay, so he either uses his cape or his claw. Either way, he's just a... I literally cannot even see myself. Okay. Okay, the hitbox on that is outrageous, dude. He, like, hits you from, like, a mile away. Would you stop with the grenade spam? Like, he doesn't even bring anything new to the table here. He just does the same things. Oh, am I out of potions? I guess I am. I have to be careful here. You switch? Okay. Yeah, so the capes and stuff, the cape and the claw just have way too much reach. And the grenade spam, okay. Wow, he threw it point blank at me. God, I hate this. Okay, this seems like a strat. If I throw a thing at him and then let him... We can either hit him with a stake... Okay, we killed him with a stake. The irony. Yeah, these boss fights are not well designed.
Why? Why won't you kill me?
My job is done. Tortured and killed, the vampire and the woman. I'll take this ring to her father as proof of her death.
Let's go, Charlotte, to the city of the night, to our journey to the furthest stars together.
Yes. Meyer. Together. Forever. Dee! Are you gonna let them go? Wait! I'll come with you!
Fly me to the moon starts playing? Yeah, exactly. Fly me to the moon. Alright. Bye-bye, castle. I'm guessing they get out in the spaceship. Come on, fly! Yay! Everyone gets to live happily ever after, except the dad, I guess.
You want to go to town together?
That... Oh, okay, why'd you gotta phrase it like that? Or even say it like that? Also, Layla, I'm sorry everyone you know is dead. It's like... Alright, there you go. That was Vampire Hunter D. So... Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this just in case this is copyrighted. Motion picture. Vampire Hunter D. Alright. Directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri. so that's gonna do it for that playthrough. Quick thoughts. I'll probably do a review later. I've got a lot of reviews I need to catch up on. We need to do a review for Downpour. We need to do a retrospective of both Fatal Frame and Silent Hill. I need to do, I think, a review for Ender Magnolias. I've got to catch up on some video making. I might take a day off at some point and just do a whole bunch of videos and stuff. But as for now, just a quick thoughts. I think this is a fine game. I really do. I think this is a fine game. I think my biggest gripe is the combat with survival horror, like PS1 survival horror controls, always feels a little bit wonky, right? They're not as fluid as you need to be for something that, like, for what you would expect for a game like this, right? The puzzles in this game were, with the exception of the music puzzle, but that was just hard for me because I'm hard of hearing, like, the puzzles were exceptionally simple. Like, some of them weren't even puzzles. It was just go find key, open door. Like, that was it. That was the extent of some puzzles. I think they maybe had like 4 or 5 puzzles max. So not a lot of puzzles, a lot of key collecting. Combat, like I said, was a little wonky. I think the last 2 bosses, like, I did not feel the gravity of the last 2 bosses. Like, Meyer Link felt like I was just fighting Meyer Link again, except he was just doing more damage. And Camilla Part 2 was chop off 2 arms and then just keep slashing her until she dies. Like, I don't know. They just those finale bosses did not feel like finale bosses. Those felt like mid-game bosses, right? Like preparing me for something bigger. But you know, that's one of those things that's like, it's kind of hard to do those big bosses sometimes and make them, because you don't want to make it too complex, right? You want it to be just complicated enough to where the player feels like they should be doing something actively, but not so complicated where they feel like they have 17 different things they have to master in order to, you know, be able to complete the thing. But overall, I think I enjoyed that. I think it was worth a playthrough. It's not actually that expensive of a retro game, honestly. A complete copy will run you anywhere to $50 to $60. If people are really pushing it, $70, which is, you know, people are like, well, that's the cost of a brand new game. Why would I want to do that? I mean, you know, I like collecting the physical versions, as I've mentioned before, so that way I can share these experiences not only with you guys, but also play on original hardware, and also, so if someone else wants to come give it a go and they, you know, they live near me or whatever, I can put the disc in the PlayStation and they can give it a go from there. So I have my reasons for going with physical. Obviously, if you have ways of emulating it and you still want to give it a go, do that. I have no problems with emulation. In fact, in a lot of games, or maybe not a lot, but a good bit of the games that we play, emulation is probably the better option, because when you're talking about something like Kuon, which can cost anywhere from, you know, $600 to $1,200, like, you know, that's a lot of money for a singular game, right? Which is why preservation is so important. So hopefully, maybe down the road, more companies will jump on board, and we'll get these games like ported to modern like PCs and stuff, and people can enjoy these experiences once again. But yeah, overall, I think it's worth your time. $60 might be a little steep for people. We played it for about 7 hours. It is a 1-disc PS1 game, so there's not gonna be a whole lot of content there, especially with cutscenes and stuff. But overall, I think they did a pretty good job with it. And I'm not a big D fan. I haven't, like, other than watching the 1985 film, I haven't really read the books or seen the other films or seen the animes or anything like that have come from it. So this might be an absolute atrocity from like a canon standpoint, for all I know. I don't know. But as someone who's not engaged with that stuff, I think it was fine. And like I said, the combat is unique, albeit a little wonky. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you enjoyed that, please don't forget to follow the channel, and if you're over there on YouTube, subscribe for more content like this. We'll be doing retro content, we'll be doing horror content, and all sorts of everything in between. So if that interests you, do hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next playthrough.